What's up, guys? It's your boy, Mikey Hyde, Keller Williams, Western Montana. And today we're doing a class called MREA Leverage with Systems. So to kind of get this class rolling, I have a question, and it is, are tasks and checklists a system? And in my opinion, the answer is yes. Yes. Checklists, to-do lists can very well be a system. They are a system. However, what they aren't is an automated system. And that is what we're going to talk about today, is how can we help you grab your systems that you're already using and implement them into command. So a lot of us have daily checklists that look something like this, or they're wrote down on a piece of paper. I can tell you my checklist never looked this organized ever. Don't want you all to think that they ever did, because they never did. They were usually written down on like a notebook, maybe a Google Keep note inside my phone, in other various places, who knows? And that's why I'm such a strong proponent of getting your systems defined and into a system that will allow you to automate those tasks and assign them. And that is really where a lot of our leverage lives today, that agents deserve, is sitting inside a command. Once you put your today list inside of command opportunity tasks. Okay. So when we think about what we're really trying to achieve with the pipeline inside a command, it is truly a roadmap of cultivate to close. And once you start working all of your transactions, starting them in cultivate and ending them in close, you're really going to have better oversight of your pipeline, bottlenecks within your pipeline. And once you can identify bottlenecks, you can start applying different tactics to those bottlenecks, usually in the form of follow-up and action plans that can help you and your agents get your transactions to where you need them to be. So when we think about leverage, what we got to realize is leverage is about people, systems, and tools. It answers three important questions: who is going to do it, how will they do it, and what will they do with it, right? And so if you're like me and you know what you need to have someone do, you still have to be able to articulate that to them and set that level of standard on how you want to execute it. And that's where having defined systems really helps teams and even independent agents really excel, because they're able to duplicate and replicate the day-to-day tasks that really happen from cultivate to close within a transaction. So the first step of really defining what your systems are is to get them put into a spreadsheet. And I'm going to warn you, this may be a little overwhelming when we pop into the next slide. However, this is all of the tasks that take place on our team from cultivate to close on a buyer side. And we actually have another spreadsheet we built out for our listings, and it's a lot. And that's why you have to get it in the spreadsheet to really understand what your systems are and where you can improve them. Okay. So what we've done here is we've defined all of the tasks that take place from cultivate to close. And every column that you see is going to be a stage with inside of that phase, inside of command opportunities. And I'm going to move my face over here so you guys can see this. Again, when you see this, you have to keep in mind that this literally matches our command opportunities. and we've customized our command opportunities to match our spreadsheet, okay? Yellow is agent duty, purple is marketing and admin duty, and green is going to be transaction coordinator duty or tasks. So as you can see in the cultivate and appointment stages, it's really hands-on for the agent, because a lot of these tasks are all agent tasks in those first two stages. As we get down to active, you'll start seeing that our transaction coordinators stepping in and making sure that we have signed buyer brokers. And again, you're going to notice that the agents are putting these contacts into smart plans, because you can run tasks out of opportunity tasks, and you can run contact tasks using smart plans. And so we're going to utilize both of those levers as we're looking at what needs to happen. And so in the cultivate and the active, you're going to see smart plans that are running these tasks. Whereas when we get down to under contract, we're going to run all of these tasks inside of opportunity tasks. And this is where most agents are going to get their fastest relief through leverage once they define what these tasks are and who's doing them, okay? So as you can see, as we get into the under contract world, the agents are still updating the contact cards. They're making sure that safe searches are turned off or at least scaled down, because we don't want to keep bombarding our buyers with searches once they're under contract. It limits the buyer's remorse, and it definitely helps them focus on the due diligence that needs to happen because they're under contract, right? So the agent's passing those duties off, and then what you'll see is the transaction coordinator is stepping in, and all of these items are to be done within the first 2 days of a contract going under contract, okay? What you're going to notice, the first step is for the agent to walk opportunity through all stages and assign tasks to TC, admin, and marketing, right? So if you're looking at this and you're saying, great, Mike, you got all these tasks defined in a spreadsheet and it looks kind of overwhelming, how is that going to help me using command, right? Well, the answer to that is once you have these tasks defined, then we're going to go inside of command opportunities, and we're going to actually embed these tasks into there. And the value of having it in spreadsheet form is a couple of things. One, as a rainmaker, a team, or even an independent agent, you have the ability to audit your systems if you have it in a spreadsheet. You can see what tasks are being done, and you can mastermind with other agents on what tasks they're doing in that contract to close phase or the cultivate to close phase, so that you can run your business as close to an agent or team that is producing repeat referral business the way that you want to. You can replicate that once you know what it is, okay? Another beautiful thing about having your systems is if you're a rainmaker and you're wanting to really have a real-time example of what leverage is taking place on your team, when you're able to show an agent that all of the green is being done for them, they can really appreciate all of the stuff that's happening on the back end of contract to close. If you're an independent agent, all of these tasks still take place. You're the one executing them. So you can use these color codes as time blocks for your calendar. And so what that would look like is if you have a time block on your calendar that's green, that's your transaction coordinating time. If you have a yellow block on your calendar, that would be your lead gen, lead follow-up time, and your time that you would step in and confirm that these things are done. And if you have a purple time block, that would be your admin time block, your marketing time block, etc., and really help you map out what you're doing and when you're doing it. Another thing you're going to notice on our list is we want to make sure that our client updates have been turned on. And I'll show you what that looks like here in a sec. It's another touch piece that's automated throughout command opportunities. And it gives us the ability to let our clients know when these tasks that have a yes for client updates are completed. It sends them an email, and it's a great way to keep your clients up to speed with what you're doing. And this is a great way to really understand what's happening inside a command. And if you're going to make a change in command, you should make the change on the spreadsheet so that at all times your spreadsheet reflects your systems that you have embedded inside a command. So when we're in the pipeline, what you'll notice is we have cultivate, appointment, active, under contract, and closed. And those are all the stages that we had on our spreadsheet that we were just looking at. When you're inside a command and you click in your opportunities, you have the ability to click on cultivate, appointment, active, and under contract. Today, we're going to talk about under contract, and we're going to look at how do you edit stages. And no matter what part you're in, whether it be cultivate, appointment, active, under contract, what you'll notice is at the top of the right hand of the screen, it says edit stages. And this is where you will actually click into if you want to put your tasks from the spreadsheet inside of command opportunities. So you go ahead and click on that button, and it will bring you to the edit stages page inside a command. What you'll notice when you're in here is you can see all of your stages. You can see all of your stage names and what number there are in the columns that we were looking at. If you want to organize, you can move them this way. You can edit the stage name, or you can add items. So what you'll notice is I already have all of the items that we have inside of our spreadsheet embedded into our command opportunities. And we've activated the client updates to match our list. And so if we come over here and we look at our actual under contract list, we'll notice that all of these tasks that you see here are living right here inside of our default list. Okay. If we want to add items, so let's say you get your spreadsheet put together, you would come into your edit stages for that section, and you would name all of your stage names to match your spreadsheet, right? So we have residential escrow, land escrow, residential inspections, land property investigation, appraisal, finance, clear to close. If we go to our spreadsheet, we'll notice that we have all of those same columns, okay? So on our spreadsheet, the column is literally the phase within the stage, okay? Or the stage within the phase. So let's go ahead and figure out how do we actually grab our spreadsheet and put it into the actual stage. So today we'll grab our sample stage. It's what I put here just to play with. I'll click into it. I'll grab my add item. I'll come to the spreadsheet, right-hand click, copy, come back over into here and push paste and save. If this was a client update, I could click client update on there. Now, every time that task is completed, the client will get an update the following day. And so the first part of getting the leverage is defining the system. And so I cannot express this in any other way, shape, or form of you're going to have to stop what you're doing for a minute, and you're going to have to put your systems into a spreadsheet so that you can put them into command and then get the leverage. Okay. Once you have everything inside of here, then you can get the leverage. And I'll show you how to do that right now. So let's pretend you have your items inside of your checklist, and wondering, well, now that I have all of my systems from a spreadsheet inside a command, now what, right? The idea of it is once you have your checklist built out, you can actually assign these items or tasks to whoever you have in your team or in your arena to assist you. You can start putting those tasks in there. And again, if you're an independent agent, I recommend naming all of your tasks that a transaction coordinator would do. I would name them TC to do this, TC to do that, because when you finally get to a point in your business where you're going to hire leverage, you need to be able to assign these tasks as quickly as possible to that person. And if you have to change the names, it's going to slow you down. So I would build this out as if you were actually assigning these tasks, whether you're on a team or not. That's how I would recommend doing it. That way you can literally know when you do make that hire, what you're going to have them doing. So what I've done is I put together a Mike Hyde buyer sample. I have it over here inside of the Cultivate. No, it's not under Cultivate, guys. It's in under contract escrow. That's where it's at. I make sure you're paying attention. Okay, so when you look at these cards, what you're going to notice is you see the client updates are turned on, and you can see that we can see our checklist. So if agent was going to pop this into under contract, it would pop up here, and that agent's responsibility per our checklist are to walk the opportunity through the stages and assign tasks. So we'd come over here, and that agent would need to click on to the tasks and then go in and assign these tasks to match the checklist. Okay. Oh, right here, we're going to assign and date, today's date, because on our checklist, it says assign day 1. So the day it comes into this column is the day that we're going to assign these tasks. Okay. Once your agent or you or yourself have assigned the tasks for that column, you can go ahead and close it out. And you can now work these tasks out of opportunity tasks through the task applet inside a command. And whoever you've assigned the task to is going to pop up in their opportunity tasks. Okay. Another thing you can do when you're on a contact card is you can obviously update all your details, and you can access your client update arena. So if you look at your contact cards and it says off, it means that they're not receiving client updates. And if you click into here is where you can activate those client updates. And that is how your clients will start getting purposeful touches throughout the transaction, letting them know what you or your team is doing for their property. And it's just a great way of, again, letting clients know what's happening throughout the transaction. So once we have our tasks assigned, the next step is the leverage, because you get the leverage once you assign the task to whoever's actually performing the task, right? So when we click in on our task applet, it pops us into the opportunity or contact task portals. When you click on opportunity tasks, all the tasks that are assigned to you or assigned to the transaction coordinator or the admin, that will live inside of their opportunity tasks. And that is how you will get your fastest form of leverage, is getting your systems into the portal so that you can assign the tasks, and then you can receive the leverage from the system, which is going to remind everybody to do what they need to do every day throughout the transaction, cultivate to close, giving you a more systemized business that's scalable, replicable, and definitely enjoyable, because you're going to have more happy clients and you're going to have agents that know what they need to do, and you're going to have transaction coordinators that can execute the items quickly on the back end of transactions, keeping everything streamlined, which will then give you repeat referral business because you're going to communicate with your clients better, and you're going to have the ability to activate smart plans to these other tasks that, again, give you more leverage with systems. Okay. So the last piece of all of this is, can a smart plan be a system? And what I will tell you is, again, yes. Smart plans are automated systems. And if you're really wanting to streamline your communication, you can definitely do that with smart plans. Again, it's defining what steps you want throughout the smart plan, and then assigning them to who needs to be assigned to them, and then making sure that all contacts that are in the right stage are assigned to that smart plan. So when we look at smart plans, what we need to look at is what can we do with them? How can we build them? And what does that look like for an agent that is trying to streamline their transactions and their client updates and their client communication pieces? You can really go down a rabbit hole with smart plans. This is not a smart plan class. I just wanted to bring up the conversation of how you can automate your systems once they're in a spreadsheet, and you can start looking at how you can build smart plans out that can execute those tasks on the contact side of command. So if we hop into our team library, a couple of things I want you to see is you have your plans, and then you have the library, which gives you access to all of the smart plans that everybody at KWRI and other agents from around the United States have like plugged into command to share and add value to everyone. So you're going to have to spend some time defining your systems, and then spend some time looking at what smart plans already exist that you can utilize that can help you with your systems. And how simple can it be? It can be as simple as a quarterly call plan. It could be as simple as a birthday smart plan. However, the idea of them is to define what the system is, and then use smart plans to achieve those systems quicker. You can create a smart plan. You can edit smart plans. You can do a lot of things with smart plans. However, if we want to look at what you can do, you can just hop into them and start looking at what does day one look like? What does day two look like? This smart plan right here, we're going to add to the library. This is one of our top performing Facebook conversion smart plans, and it maps out everything that the agent needs to do day one all the way through day 14, I believe. Well, actually it's 12 days, 25 steps, 14 touches. The way we built this out was we defined what day one looked like, what day two looked like, and then we built a smart plan to achieve it. And that's why when we go to cultivate on our list, you'll see it is agent to add contact to a new nurture buyer smart plan. That smart plan activates all of these actual tasks and communication pieces. And that's how we've built out all of our different touches that we want, from client updates to active buyer searches to sellers under contract. We have smart plans in place because that is your fastest form of leverage, is allowing them automated smart plans to send automated touches out to clients that you or your agents don't actually have to be the one executing. So we can scale out an agent's touches by leveraging Twilio inside a command and allowing the clients to get the communication pieces they deserve without having the agent having to execute every one of them pieces. Again, guys, this is not a smart plan class. This just ties into our spreadsheets. And I just wanted to bring it up because smart plans are going to be, again, your fastest form of leverage within Command that you can get right now. So let's have a little bit of an overview about smart plans. When we think about them, we can make new nurture buyer smart plans. We can make new nurture seller smart plans, client updates, Facebook conversions, level 1 buyer and sellers, buyers under contract, seller under contract, Command Your Sphere smart plan. That's one that's in the library that you guys can download and use. It's an amazing smart plan. Smart plans for your commercial buyers. I mean, the list goes on how you can use smart plans. And really the first step is defining what smart plans that you need for your business, and then either going and finding them out of the library or building them from scratch on your own. Guys, thanks for watching this class. I hope you found value in it. I'm going to make the spreadsheet that we were demoing today available. If you watch this video and you want to know more about smart plans, opportunity tasks, spreadsheets, give me a call, 406-370-0091. Again, my name's Mikey Hyde, up here in Missoula, Montana with Keller Williams, Western Montana. And I am just excited to have this conversation about leverage and about systems and how to implement them inside of Command opportunities. I hope this was a bunch of value, and I look forward to feedback and questions down the road. All right, guys, I'm going to end this class, and that's it. Peace.